Finally coming back home, Ming He slept in. When the sun is already high on the sky, Ming He wakes up and finds a carton of milk and a bowl of breakfast on the table. Ming He is heartwarmed. His sister has taken up 3 jobs at the same time to pay for his hospital bills. She looks so emaciated as if she's also a patient right now. He is determined to get a job and earns money for his sister. Having his breakfast, he hears on the TV that the government offers a 50 million yuan bounty for anyone who has clues about the source of the pollutants, a 3,000 yuan bounty for 1 defeat of a mutant cockroach, and a 5 million yuan bounty for 1 defeat of a mutant giant rat. Ming He almost swallows the chopsticks out of shock. With this money, not only he can pay back all the money he owes, but also he can afford a new place and luxury makeup products for his sister, helping the civilians and earning money for himself at the same time. It's a win-win. Ming He decides to drive to the scene for further investigation. First, he arrives at the bounty hall. Seeing him arrives, the receptionist at the hall gladly welcomes him. Ming He doesn't take the roundabout way. He immediately asks to join the cockroach slaying squad. The receptionist then takes him to the training venue. The training venue is where the probationary extraordinaires like him to prove their powers. As Ming He's special power is punches, he's taken to a robot to test his skill. Ming He warms up his fists, punches at his utmost on the robot. The sound from his punch resounds around the world. Ming He looks at the results on the screen and smiles. He's kinda satisfied with his results. Everyone else gasps in shock, as with the results of 1,000 kilograms, Ming He has just broken a record in the test. Then he's given a 1,000 yuan shopping cart for breaking the record. By looking at it, Ming He imagines a bright and brilliant future with his sister. There are so many people at the isolation zone's gate. They are all here for one reason, the shocking rewards from the government. Ming He has never experienced the feeling of having so many superhumans surrounding him. He somehow feels small. Hey, are you going by yourself? Do you want to join the Crimson Eagles? When Ming He's at lost, a fat guy walks towards him and invites him to his gang. As the government does not allow single-player teams, they're here to find some teammates. The fat guy's name is Luo Kaixian. He looks like the leader of his group. But when he knows that Ming He is just a Starlight rank intern, he seems to lose interest in him and advises him to train some more. His group doesn't accept rookies. Ming He realizes that no one wants to team up with him because his rank is so low. He doesn't know what to do to be qualified enough to join a team. Suddenly he hears a voice calling his name. His lifesavers have arrived. It's his former classmates over there. They are all accepted to the Extraordinary Academy. The group judge his meager appearance from head to toe. Hearing him mentioning about his desire to defeat mutant monsters, all of them laugh. Although you're in need of money so bad, there's no point of risking your life because of some cash. How are you going to defeat a monster with that luck of yours? I bet your luck is only useful when you're trying to win a prize from the soft drinks company. Lin Yuyu, a girl from this group, is filled with more compassion than the others. Seeing him being so passionate, she advises the shitheads to let him in. Although Ming He does not like this group, he has no choice but to join them. Actually, the group is not so interested in the rewards that badly, but the academy requires every student to participate at least one extracurricular activity, so they were discussing of helping the pollution incident. From the group, Ming He hears that his high school crush, Lu Qian, is a celebrity at the institute. They make fun of him. Why would she work with her old classmates at such a low rank? Although Ming He always got straight A's on the written tests, but he had a combat ability of 0, he clearly wasn't accepted into the academy. Unlike the juveniles around him, Ming He has the mind of an old man. According to the recent report, there have been 3 types of mutant monsters: cockroaches, maggots, and rats. These are mainly located in the sewers, so the sewers must be polluted by something. The more he thinks about it, the more curious he is about how the mutant maggots look like. Suddenly, they hear a loud noise from the behind. Millions of mutant maggots are sticking together, creating a disgusting view. Apart from their awful appearance, they also can move like a soul monster. Ming He goes into cold sweats. Maggots live in groups after all, that's why they are so tough to deal with. The maggots quickly aim its victims, strike into the pool of people like a tempest. Ming He and Lin Yuyu run for their lives. Everyone thought that fighting against a single mutant maggot is just a piece of cake, but these maggots come in millions of them. Listen to our sincere advice: if you're having a meal, finish it before continue watching. The mutant maggots scare the shit out of everyone. Run, some people scream out loud. Supposedly, they should have taught the students that maggots live in groups in biology classes. The Ming He guy wasn't scared much at first, but right now, after first-hand witnessing the monster, he runs away with the fastest speed among the group. The group run at their utmost to the building with tempered glass protection. But Lin Yuyu suddenly disappears from Ming He's eyes. Turns out that Lin Yuyu tripped over and was left behind. Seeing the maggots approaching her, Ming He immediately punches a fire hydrant nearby. The water spill everywhere. Ming He activates his symbiosis power to control the water flow, therefore makes an attack to the maggots. His deluge doesn't seem to be enough to completely get rid of the maggots, but they're choking water. Seeing the opportunity, Ming He quickly moves Lin Yuyu to a safer place. Lin Yuyu feels a zing love. Although Ming He's just a loser that wasn't admitted to the academy, she finds him so handsome right now. Girl, being crazy over boys are not advisable, I'm just saying. After the incident, members of the group changed their minds about Ming He. Despite being the group of elite students, there are even 2 boy members, but they're letting the newbie save the friend. Ming He doesn't care about those stupid brains. They must be embarrassed that the loser they used to look down on turns out to be the MVP. He goes around to check if there are security flaws around the building, then he suddenly realizes that the glass is covering the 9th eco cage has been shattered. Turns out that the insect in the cage that has been missing for a year is a centipede. It took him a while to find no more clues. Ming He goes to the other areas to check. The door is locked, and there's no other way to get into the building. The maggots shouldn't be able to break into the building. That reassures him, but suddenly he sees a familiar figure. It's Dr. Zhao, who used to be in charge of him wandering around the isolation zone. It doesn't seem right. His phone rings, a sugar-coated voice speaks, and it terrifies him. Nurse Song is not in her work uniform but in tight clothes, stockings and heels right now. She calls Ming He to a dinner with her to thank him for saving her, and demands that he calls her by her real name, Song Lan. Ming He doesn't fall for a woman's trap. He turns her down and says that he's got really big business to deal with in the isolation zone. Song Lan is shocked, as everyone knows that it's a dangerous place. She quickly changes the subject, says that he's such a caring person, as he tries so hard for a non-biological sister. What a pity, she even dressed up for him. From Song Lan, Ming He finds out that Dr. Zhao has been weird lately. He used to love his work so bad, but recently he has been leaving work early. Song Lan also mentions that there was one time Dr. Zhao lost the Scourge's blood by accident. The Scourge's blood? Is it the source of pollution this time? Following Dr. Zhao, Ming He arrives at an abandoned building. He sees a giant hole. There's a ladder leading towards underground. Ming He climbs down the ladder.